All right, so as guitar players, we all love our tube amps. They are the sounds that we've heard our entire life. All our favorite recordings were vintage tube amps, big tube amps, loud tube amps. It could be solid state amps too, but let's just say our big fancy amps. That's just ingrained in us as guitar players to crave that sound and want that sound. And it just seems like in today's world of technology and guitar playing, it's come so far, and it's actually quite insane. It's to the point now where you can literally just take an iPad and replace your tube amps. So, like, I have my, for example, matchless DC-30 behind me. Samsonera, very expensive and one of the most famous amps in the world. It's like 80 pounds. I don't want to take this thing to gigs. But what I can do nowadays is using software like ToneX, where it's AI digital capturing and profiling of your favorite tube amp. It allows you to now put that sound into an iPad, and with products like this is the new iRig HDX from Multimedia, and they sent this out to me for a demo, and I just think that this is one of the coolest things ever. This is the newest version of the iRig. The iRig's been around forever. You all know what an iRig does and what it's capable of. But what's separating this HDX apart is that it's now got a loopback feature that's allowing you to use your applications. So if you have ToneX in an app or anything like that, you can actually route it so your guitar signal will get processed through ToneX or Amplitude or any guitar processing app that you have, and it'll go from that app back into here. So it's like an effects loop. So it's looping the software right into here and then sending this output into your application. So you're able to even just take this with your iPhone, plug it into your iPhone, set it up, and literally record your fully processed guitar sound, and you can record reels, TikToks, whatever your thing is. In today's world of social media, that stuff is important, and this is just making it all the more easy to achieve amazing studio and real tones without needing them, not needing the amplifiers. And you can take this even further by using this. So this bottom cable here is an amp out, but it's also the processed out. So you could set this up to be a dry through where you can reamp your signal. So I can record into my DAW or into an app like GarageBand or something. And I can also simultaneously run this amp out into a real amp, record it with microphones, and do that simultaneously. Or I can have that process signal come out of the same output, go to a DI box, and I'm done. So you can literally bring your phone or your iPad and just this with the DI box, plug your pedal board into it, and you'll have a world-class recorded guitar tone at your gigs. I mean, people have been using guitar profiling software for years now, and it's only getting better. This AI stuff that they're doing with guitar capturing is insane. So if I'm going to play a gig and I don't want to take my Royer 121 ribbon mic, which is like a $1,300 mic. I don't want to take my expensive matchless DC-30 out. I don't want to take my expensive Bassman out. And I don't want to have to worry about a random sound guy throwing a microphone on it. Or I don't want to have to put out my flashlight at sound check and find the exact spot to mic it up. It's just crazy that you could set that all up in your studio. Like I can do this right here. Make a pristine capture of my favorite live guitar amp tone, and I could just have it on my phone. It's crazy. So let's take a little bit deeper dive of what this HDX can actually do. So taking a look at this, it's such a simple design. It feels like there needs to be more to this for it to be able to do what it does. It's just, for me, it's simple. I like simple and raw things that are not overly complicated. You have a headphone knob. So you could just turn this and you can adjust your headphone volume. And then you have 4 menus. So you could press this and you get to your dry through or your reamp sound. So you just have 2 options here. It's either left side or right side. Next one is now your monitoring. Are you going to be direct monitoring, or do you want processed monitoring? Meaning, do you want just to hear your guitar sound raw in your ears, or do you want to hear it processed? And then the last option is your loopback. And on this menu, this is where you're going to change things up to work with your apps. When it's on the one light, that means that you're going to be using it as a normal interface. You could just futz around with it. But once you turn this either direction, you're going to see 3 lights, and then you press enter. You get a nice little light show there, and now you're in the loopback mode where you can use it with all of your apps. So on top of sponsoring the video, sending this out to me for a demo, IK also sent me an extra one to give away to a lucky viewer. So all you have to do is sign up for my mailing list, and that is going to be in the link below. Sign up for the mailing list. I'll be sending out an email blast with details on how to join the contest. So I'm not sure when we're going to announce it, probably within a couple of weeks after launching this. So if you're watching this and you're in the present time, sign up for the mailing list and check out the giveaway, and good luck. So it also has a high headroom. So when you plug into this, it has loads of headroom. You're not going to be able to clip it at the input unless your pickups are like super crazy, stupid high output. So you can adjust the input gain in whatever app you're using, whether it's Tonex, Amplitube, or any other guitar processing app. You'll be able to adjust your input gain through there. You also have high quality instrument jacks, high Z input. They really thought everything through with this for guitar players. Plugging your guitar into this sounds and feels like a real amp. It's a pretty cool, convincing little box. And also just about the power, it's powered from your device. So there's no power supply or anything. You literally just plug it into your phone, iPad, computer, whatever it is you're plugging into, and that powers the device also. Did I mention compact? This thing is like the size of a pack of gum. I mean, this thing is so tiny, you could just throw this in your pocket and or your gig bag. Use it as a whole backup rig. You're somebody that doesn't want to jump into this just yet for your gigs. This is a great backup solution. You could just throw this in any bag and it'll fit. Right now I've got a capture of my DC-30 pulled up, mic'd with a Royer 121 SM57. I'm getting my ideal studio setup, playing it off my phone. Let's hear what it sounds like. You can even access vintage and rare collectible tones from the Tonex collection. This is the Joe Bonamassa Dumble that they have in Tonex. And again, I'm just using the interface and nothing else. I'm just plugged into my DAW playing guitar with this little thing and getting professional, perfect sounds. So as you can imagine, the possibilities with this truly are endless. Whether you're like a student guitarist, you can play along to YouTube with this and record yourself. You could play your jam tracks and record it through your app or through your camera. Like I said, social media stuff is awesome for this. You can play a backing track and record yourself playing over it and have that audio dumped right into your phone instead of having to record and sync later. That's the biggest pain in the butt for me when it comes to making social media posts. So that definitely solves a huge problem there. It's also great if you're somebody that's touring and you want to have a great warm-up device. This is probably the smallest device that I've come across that you can play a guitar through. So when we're on tour, a lot of times I'm just warming up unplugged and I'm just playing an I'm playing an electric guitar acoustically and just having to deal with that plinking sound. But having this little guy in my pocket, I can actually pull up some good sounds and actually be inspired while I warm up instead of just playing an unplugged guitar. And did I mention the price yet? This thing is only $139, and even just as a peace of mind backup, that's worth the price of admission alone. I mean, for $139, you're getting a lot of stuff in a very tiny package. And yeah, I'm really loving this thing, and I'm enjoying it more and more every time I use it. So I highly recommend you check out the links below. Check out the iRig HDX. And if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Hope you joined the contest, and good luck. I'll see you in the next one.